All right, hey kids, it's Ms.Tallent. So I will tell you this is like my fifth time recording this video. GarageBand has updated since last year, so it took me a few minutes to kind of learn the basics again. Some of you all are going to make a really cool ringtone and you're going to use instruments and everything. And then some of you all are going to be like me where you're just going to do already pre-recorded and make your own beat. So I'm going to show you really quickly how to do that, and then I want you to spend all week creating your ringtone project. So first, let's go over just what is our ringtone project about. And so I'm going to open our ringtone project, and it's very simple. It's going to be a 20-minute ringtone, and you're going to create it based on making sure you have a certain pitch and a certain loudness during your ringtone. You have to have 4 tracks, and you will actually, we're going to try to brainstorm. Miss Henson and Coach Vondenstein and I are going to brainstorm how you'll submit these to us. I hope you get to submit them in class, but if we prolong any longer, we might figure out a way that you all can maybe play it in a video on like Flipgrid or something like that. But let's go ahead and go over it. And so you need to have 20 seconds. 4 tracks. Make sure you have a variation in pitch and loudness, and then you will have to identify either in your video or just explain like a timestamp of where a certain pitch or loudness is occurring. And so let's go ahead and go to GarageBand. So you'll go to your Finder and you'll go to GarageBand. Now, I will tell you, I have done something before this video that you will have to do, and it's going to upload a project that I was already working on. And so I continue, it'll be fine that I'm not on charge. If you were going to do what I'm about to say, that I would put your computer on a charger. So I have already done this, but you will go to GarageBand at the top, and you'll go to your sound library, and you're going to download all available sounds if you are not going to make your own sound. So that will take some time, and so I want to make sure that you all, I've already done it, so I want to make sure that you all understand it took my computer about 30 minutes on the network to download. It all depends on your speed. I don't have like what the school has, but it did take about 30 minutes, and you cannot close GarageBand or close your computer during this time. So make sure that I closed I closed my my laptop in it, and it did stop it from working. So I want you to make sure you don't do that and think that. So I'm going to show you the very basics. So we're going to do a file new. So I'm going to open a new one. You're going to you can do all different ones. So there's a lot of flexibility here. And so like I said, I'm doing the bare minimum, and I'm just not very tech savvy on these things, but I know I've already talked to a few of you all, and you're making some really cool ringtones already. And so I'm going to do empty project, and it's going to pop up this. Now, you can create your own drumming. If you are a guitarist, you can create your own guitar music using this. If you know how to play the keyboard, you can click this, and I'll show you what it will look like. It actually gives you a keyboard. I am not a pianist or a keyboardist, so I am not going to do it that way. So I'm going to just click X, and that's okay. But what I am good at is just dropping some tracks and making some cool beats. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go over here to Loop Browser button. This is after I've already downloaded all the new sounds. So I'll hit the loop, and here's all my sounds. If you hit loop before you've downloaded all your sounds, it's going to look like you have 0, and you do. You have 0. Some of you all may have already used this in band or another class, and so you may have already downloaded everything. So just check here, and once again, it's right here on the loop. Now, say you're getting really stuck, and you're wondering, how is Ms.Tallent getting all these cool little yellow stamps to tell me what everything is? You'll click this little help button, and the nice thing about it is it tells you what everything is, and in case if you need it. Now, some of this, I have no idea what it is, but it's going to be okay. But if you don't want that, you just unclick it, but I like it so I can kind of know what I'm doing. So, here is your timestamp right here. So how long did it need to be? It needed to be 20 seconds. So right here is where I'm going to stop, right here at this half point. If you can go above 20 seconds, but you cannot go below 20 seconds. So you can always go above and beyond, but you need to at least go 20 seconds. So what you can do is I'm going to make sure it's on loud, and so I can play these different songs and see if I like them. I'm not really into that, but that's okay. And so let's do 80s. That sounds like a good idea. So all I do is I drag this in there and drop it. And what I can do is I can extend it out, and then I can hit play and listen if I like it. I kind of like that as my background beat, so I'm going to drag it. Now you can do all different things. You can have more than 4 tracks, but you have to have at least 4 tracks. So let's go over what a track is. This is 1 track. So I only have 1 right now. You need to have 4, at least 4. Now you can chop it up and have it doing different music at different sections, or you can overlap. So let's look and see. No, not too much. Hold on. Let's see something else. Look at all these different ones once you've downloaded all of them. Ooh, Apollo. Let's see that. Maybe it sounds like space.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I think so. Let's put that in there. Okay. So that is a 4th one. Now you can drag this little white bar all the way back and then listen to it, and it's going to overlap.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
All right, so I got 2 tracks so far, so let's keep looking. All righty. Oh, probably shouldn't. My cat just looked out the window thinking that was a bird. Let's see. And look at all these different things. I mean, you could spend hours on this. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, a cat's meow. Let's see what my cat does when I do this. Oh yeah, he didn't like that. We won't do that again. We don't need that. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm just going to randomly scroll and click. Ooh, I kind of like that one. All right, so I'm going to put that here. I'm going to drag it out. Drag it out. Here. Okay, now I have 3. Okay, I have 3 things going on. So the one that I have that's green's going in the background the whole time, and then I have these overlaps. You can have background the whole time and just have them drag and have 4 stacked on top of each other right here. So it's totally up to you. I mean, there's so many options. Let's see. Ooh, very good. Let's do that one. Now, we're going to drag that the whole entire way. So this is going to be another background. And then I'm going to do my little right here. Okay. So I have 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're probably like, Ms.Tallent, how do we figure out if we have a loud sound? So if you zoom in, you're going to start seeing, and how I zoomed in is by, just like on your mouse pad, if you were going to zoom in on Google, you would just separate your thumb and your index finger. And so you're going to see the sound waves right here. And so, for example, this is a high or a tall amplitude, so this would be a loud sound. Over here, though, would be a soft sound because there is a small amplitude. What about pitch right here? There's a lot happening in a short amount of time right here, so more than likely that is a high pitch. But then over here, on the green where it's very sporadic, it's probably a low pitch. So now let's listen to my beats. Hold on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
like my song. I would tell you about here is when I'd already have answered because it annoys me that much. But I think my beats are pretty cool. So what my goal is for you is to beat my beats. So I want you to try to be very creative. You can put as many songs in there. This is right up some of y'all's alleys, so I want y'all to have fun with this. And like I said, if it's not up your alley, you saw a very simple way to do it. Okay? Now, really quick, let's make sure we can save it. So we're going to go to File, Save As, and I'm just going to call it Ringtone Project 2, in case if there's another one. Okay? And so I just save it, and there it is. Make sure it's saved. And once again, Miss Coach Vonenstein's going to try to make one, and Miss Henson's going to try to make one, and we want you all to make a cool one. And by the way, you cannot steal my beats, okay? So you cannot make one just like mine. You're going to have to come up with your own. Y'all have fun and email us or message us if y'all have any questions. Miss you all.